It is January 4th. January 4th, 2023. 1:05 a.m. where I'm at. And so I've been kind of perusing the charts. Aussie dollar, there's some news that came out for Aussie dollar, and it just ripped to the upside. Aussie CAD, Aussie US dollar, just ripping to the upside. So I don't want to chase it. I hate chasing trades. And so I was cruising through charts. Nothing was really jumping out at me. I wanted to get into trade. I was itching for a trade. If you look at the 1 hour, I'm on the Aussie pair. So we got a high, didn't break it, couldn't break it again, and now we're getting this candle set up here. We'll see how this looks. The biases are at the top. Obviously the exhaustion's up here. This hasn't pulled back in a little bit. Not really worried about it. It's not a very big position. So just stuff is just stacking up. I kind of like it. We'll see what happens. What I'm looking at is, so price, obviously big candle here. Next one couldn't do it. Pulled back, pushed up again, up to this area, pushed up again, pulled back, pushed up again, pulled back. So it looks like the seller is more active up here. So obviously it's pulled back. Now this candle's setting up. We're on a 5-minute right now. Spread is really wide. I don't like that. It could pull back and stop me out. I'm okay with that. It's $5. I'm not really worried about it. It's a small position. It's about, what, $8 for profit target. If we look at on a 5-minute, obviously exhaustion's here. Bias is getting close to here. And if we just look at price action, it looks like this candle. Let me put the candles on real quick. I can't really see them, but it looks could pull back and stop me out. I'm okay with that. Ideally, what I should do is just put my stop up here. I mean, $7 is not that much to lose on a trade. That's about it. I'll just manage it and I'll come back to it here in a few minutes. So I've been eyeballing some US CAD pair, CHF. I was hoping for a pullback. I kind of got it right here, but it broke out. I was too busy looking at the chart, and it'll probably end up by hitting this level. Nothing going on there, but I was on a 5-minute, so let's look at a 5-minute real quick. I was going to get in, but I was a little hesitant. I was like, alright, there's my pullback, and I was just going to, I missed this, and I missed this big candle right here, and now it's pulling back. And so, I'm like, alright, I was going to jump in right here, but I was like, let me go to the lower time frame, because I usually mess it up if I don't look at a lower time frame. And so we're switching to 1 minute. So there's a slight pullback coming on. So that could be the move right there. And if I get a purple candle, I'm going to get in, place my stop up above here, and see what happens. Definitely my target's going to be right here. And that's it for now. Alright, I'm back again. So it did pull back. I did get a purple candle on US CAD. Now price is moving down. So I'm going to target this area. What I'm going to do is kind of get an average of about 10 points, 20 points before it pulls back. That's about it, 20 points. So looks like there's a lot of momentum in it. So we'll see what happens. So now we're on the Aussie NZD. This one's kind of in a wild ride. We'll see if it holds out. Due with the news coming out from China lifting their coal ban and resuming sales. I believe it's sales to Aussie for their coal. That's why stuff is ripping to the upside. And so this pair is kind of sitting here. I got in, and all of a sudden it started to pull back, and it got really close to my stop, and that, like it's doing now. It'll go down, come back up. We'll see. I mean, it's trading. There's no perfect trade, but you just got to get in. So now we're on US dollar, 1 minute, and it's like right there. I want $10 on this trade. I know it's kind of petty, but it's technically hit the level. We'll see if it goes lower, but I just kind of wanted to update, see how the trade's playing out. A little exciting. Alright, that's it for now. I manually exited the trade. The reason why is a couple things. Looking at the bid and ask and how it moves over time and losing a bunch of trades, you can kind of, I don't know how to describe this in a way, but it'll start to move up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it'll just trigger down in the opposite direction. Or it'll move, depending if it's a buy or sell, or where I'm getting in. If I'm shorting it, it'll move like it wants to go down, and then all of a sudden it'll reverse and head up. And I've seen it too many times. When you're in front of your charts a long time, you can kind of get a feel for it in a sense. And so I closed it manually, and the second part was it hit the level. Okay, that's where I originally had it. I wanted $10. It didn't even come close to getting it. Now it's moving sideways. And for me, when price starts to move sideways, I'm in profit. Last thing I want is it to come down, move up, and now I'm not going to get as much profit. It could go lower. It might do that. Who knows? But it hit the target. I'll just leave it, be happy with it, and move on. Okay, I'm back. Now, we're looking at USD CAD again. Obviously, it went sideways, and I was incorrect with it wanting to possibly pull back. I was waiting for it to pull back, but it didn't. So I would have made my $10. So I left about $3 on the table. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to give an update. We are on Aussie NZD. So I got in here on the sell trade. Zoom out a little bit. So I got in. Not a good place to get in. I didn't look at my time frame. Okay, so we're on a 1 minute time frame on Aussie NZD. I got in here. I did not look at the time frame when I got in, the 1 minute. Usually in 5 minute or 1 minute are best for entries. So obviously price came up close to where the stop was at, rolled back down, came back down. I was in profit at one point, kind of, because it spread so wide. And then it rallied right back up, and I just let it run. It stopped me out. So total for the day, I'm down 69 cents. And as we see it right now, price is moving down. I'm kind of glad I'm out of this trade because it didn't really move anywhere, especially with the spread. Bounced around. Yeah, that's it for both trades. This is an update on the US CAD. We are on a 1 hour time frame. And as you can see, I entered here, got out here, and left all this on the table. The reason being, I usually go to bed around 2 p.m. my time, and don't wake up until about 12. And well, I don't like to get into a trade unless I can manage it in real time. So usually I'll close out my trades early. This is what happened. And I just missed out on a lot of opportunity. I'm going to pause it and we're going to go back to AUD NZD. This is the 1 hour time frame for AUD NZD. We see that price I got stopped out here, and price still wanted to go over. Came above the level, and then now it's rolling over. That trade was legit. I got stopped out. That's all there is to it. That's it for these two trades.